I might try that. I'm upstairs playing on the computer, so I might be able to stay on tonight. Thank you very much, Jeff. I appreciate it. Whiskey 9, Juliet Kilo Lima. This is Whiskey Victor 3.
Have a good evening there if we don't hear from you back again there this evening. So, and we'll talk to you later there. WB3AZO, W9JKL will be clear and get ready for the net.
If you listen closely, you can hear the sound of one of my clocks ticking. I'll turn the mic off after the announcements. Sorry. It's not like I'll try it again. It's not like I have to sound great. I think pretty much all the hymns sound alike. You don't. It's not high fidelity or anything. I guess I could go crazy and put in all kinds of bass. Let's see what happens if I do that. Okay, let's see. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Here we go. And we can put in compression, all kinds of things. So we're not going to do that. There. Let's center everything. Much better. Run a little Alice's mixer. Releases, whatever you want to call it. It's 8-channel. And it goes from the headphone output or the earphone output to an input on the mixer, and then there's a microphone connected. Here it comes. This might be it. 6:59. Let's see, how many seconds is that? Let's look.
QSD, this is the J County Amateur Radio Club 2-meter 440 net with Echolink. This is an open but directed net, and all amateurs are welcome to check in with or without traffic. Our primary purpose of this net is to bring goodwill among amateurs and opportunity to share information and test their equipment. Your net control this evening is W9JKL, Whiskey 9 Juliet Kilo Lima. And the name here is Jeff, Juliet Go Foxtrot Foxtrot. We're operating through the W9JCA 443475 repeater with a PL tone of 100 hertz and a remote base. Here in Portland, linked to the W9JCA 145210 repeater in Pinville with a PL tone of 97.4. And also we have Echolink connected to the system as well. And the Echolink node is 948-238. And it sounds like it has some issues going on with it there too. So hopefully that doesn't create a problem for anybody checking in through Echolink. At this time, I will pause for any emergency or priority traffic. All right, hearing none, we'll continue on here, and we have one announcement to make, and we'll have others coming. First of all, we have the East Central Indiana Hemp Fest, which will be coming up on August the 15th, and be at the Randolph County 4-H Fairgrounds. And looking for a good turnout there, and you can check out W9JCA.com for further information on it. Go to W9JCA.com and you'll find a link here to the Central Indiana HempFest website, which has all the info on there, and you can download the flyer there as well. So, that said, I'll break and we'll continue on.
W9JCA repeater.
Which most of you is probably pretty well aware of. We've also put an announcement on the our pre-recorded announcement on the repeater, on the full 43475 repeater, which is linked to the 145-210 repeater, announcing the East Central Indiana Hemp Fest. So you'll be hearing that coming up after the hour. So we thought put that up there and kind of advertise a little. Alrighty, I'll reset. We're going to run down through the nets coming up. Alrighty, we'll quickly run through these here. We got the Randolph Radio Club net coming up on Sunday nights at 7 p.m., 147.300. The PL tone is 110.9. And we have the Adams County net on Monday night at 8 p.m., and that's on 146.970. PL tone is 97.4. And they have an Echolink node for that net is 808-685. That's 808-685. And the Blackford County net meets on Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. And that is on 146.655. And that repeater requires a PL tone of 141.3. And those three I just announced, we will have the W9JCA 443475 repeater linked for their nets. And KB9 Richard, KB9 MPU in Muncie, has a simplex net that he runs on Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. And that is on 146.565, 146.565. And the Wells County net meets on Saturday morning at 8:30 a.m. That is on 147.06, 147.06, requires no PL tone. Let me reset here. And we have been linking to their net on Saturday morning when possible there. There's been some times we've wasn't able to do it. But in most cases, you might want to tune in on Sunday morning there at 8:30 on the through the W9JCA 443475 repeater here in Portland there. And because if we get it linked, then you can check in through that way, or you can check in direct. Muncie East Central Indiana 6-meter net meets on Sunday at 8 p.m. For you 6-meter guys out there, Muncie East Central Indiana 6-meter net on Sunday at 8 p.m. And that will be found on 50.140 upper sideband. That's 50.140 on upper sideband. That's all I have there. And at this time, I'll pause and we'll continue. Okay, I know we run a lot of stuff on the net there at the beginning, but we'd like to get it out there for people for information. That's what our net's all about. So let's go ahead and anyone's got any further information they'd like to pass on, call now. This is W9JKL.
9RTL information.
KT9OUT, the usual.
KB9QVO.
Alrighty, I picked up 3 of you there. We got W9RTO, KB9QVO, and KT9OUT. Deal there. W9RTO, go ahead.
Hey, W9JKL and JCARC, W9RTO. I just want to remind everybody that testing, if you want to upgrade, or if you want to become a licensed ham technician class upgrade general extra, you can do so on Saturday, August 15th. Saturday, August 15th at 10 a.m. and also at 2 p.m. 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. during the East Central Indiana Ham Fest down in Randolph County 4-H Fairgrounds, about 2 miles south of Winchester on US 27. Again, that's Saturday, August the 15th, 10 a.m. and at 2 p.m. if you want to test and upgrade your ham license. Also, Saturday morning, by the way, it's free admission and free setup. Free admission, free setup for August 15th, Randolph County. Saturday morning, 11:30 a.m., 443-475 and 145-21. We have our tone test alert net Saturday morning at 11:30 a.m. And then Tony conducts the J County Simplex net 147.54, 147.54 Saturday morning. And then some of us go from 144-210, 144-210 upper sideband on Saturday morning after 11:30 and tone test alert. And some of you go on 10 meters, 28.350, 28.350. You get all this good information thanks to you on W9JCA.com, W9JCA.com. Now back to J County Net Control, W9JKL, W9RTO, Rudy 2D Oyster, click.
Alrighty there, Rudy 2D Oyster PG. Thank you for the information. Well appreciated there. Well done. Well said there. Appreciate it very much. W9RTO, W9JKL. Alrighty. How about KB9QVO, Francis?
KB9JKL on the net. Here's KB9QVO. Thanks for running the net, Jeff. We appreciate it week after week after week. Do a good job. I'd just like to remind everyone that July the 21st, which should be a week from today, will be our J County Amateur Radio Club monthly meeting, and we'll be holding that at the 4TC Corporation out north of Portland here on US 27 on the west side of the road at 6 p.m. I would encourage as many as possible to attend. We'll need to start setting up some help for the East Central Indiana Ham Fest at Winchester. We'll need some help setting up tables Friday afternoon, Friday evening. We've got a couple of vendors probably coming in Friday afternoon or evening. We'll need some help there setting tables up. Also, we'll need some help for security and helping to park vehicles. So as many as possible, we'd appreciate it if you attend, and we'll make plans to do what we can to make the East Central Indiana Ham Fest a success. And with that, we'll turn it back to net control there. W9JKL, KB9QVO.
Well said there, Francis. Well said there. Appreciate you bringing that in there. Thank you very much here. KB9QVO, W9JKL, KT9OUT. I didn't mean to jump around here, but I figured you probably wanted Francis to go first last time you told me that, so I just went ahead and took it for tonight. Go ahead, Gil.
Take it for granite, huh? Granite? KT9OUT. And thanks for taking that, Jeff, and great hearing from Francis and PG. Well, one big thing to report about the W9JCA.com website, or should I say a brand new website, inhamfest.com. INHAMFEST.com. Can't remember? The link is on the W9JCA.com website. We have a whole list of currently planned door prizes, subject to change, of course, but we'll keep you posted as to what's planned so far. Just started working on the inhamfest.com website, so there'll be more details to follow. But with the best team in the ham radio world, being right here in Indiana, I'll bet it's going to be great. Watch out, Dayton, or should I say Xenia, except now we don't have to charge $25 for admission. And if all goes well, we'll actually have it this year. Well, we're streaming live on YouTube again this week. To get to our stream, go to W9JCA.com, find the link at the top of the page, or go to YouTube and search for W9JCA. 73, everyone. Jeff, I'm glad you're feeling better. This is Gil, KT9OUT, and I'm out of here.
W9JCA repeater.
Alrighty, Gil. I knew you'd get a kick out of that when I said take it for granted. I did that for fun. But, nah, we don't take it for granted. But, yeah, we knew you'd get a kick out of that. I was waiting for that response there. I didn't know if you were going to grab it or not. But, Gil, thank you very much for the information and all you do out there. You do an outstanding job on the website. Very, very professional. It looks great. I've looked at some other websites out there, and I'm telling you, I am really impressed. And I can't get over how good job I've been bragging about to some of my family friends and stuff. I said, check out our website, man. It is a thing to be proud of. So, and I can't help it, but I got to brag on it. I love the work you do. And I'll never be able to thank you enough for all that. And the one you're doing on the East Central Indiana one, that was wow. So, why did you talk about talent? You got it. When it comes down to that, that's for sure.
It's my forte.
Have a good evening, and maybe we'll catch you a little bit. And we are feeling a lot better. Matter of fact, we got back a good test result. We do have some problems, but it's nothing that they can't handle and take care of. But it's not cancer, so that's one plus. Big plus. KT9OUT, W9JKL. All righty, well, let's go ahead and take Echolink check-in. Anyone out there want to take check-in through Echolink? That's on Echolink. Call now.
This is KA1 SBF QTH, Merrick Island, Florida, and always Frank, and as always, that's my traffic.
Recognize KA1 FCF Frank. Good to hear from you again, old fella, buddy. I shouldn't call you old buddy, but good buddy. Wait a minute, that sounds almost like CB there. My friend, put it that way, in the ham radio world from Florida. We appreciate hearing from you there, Frank. We're glad you take the time out and check in with us there. We got you down this evening there. You have a good evening, and I hope everything's going well with you over there. KA1 FCF, W9JKL. Anyone else on Echolink?
Whiskey Victor 3 Alpha Zulu Oscar, Newcastle, PA. Just want to say hi, everybody. 73. You guys are doing a heck of a job. Jeff, you're doing a dynamite job. And then Mr. Gill does a fine job on that website. Thank you very much, guys. Y'all take care. Whiskey Victor 3 Alpha Zulu Oscar. Back to net control. Whiskey 9 Juliet Kilo Lima.
Oh, well done there, Ron. Thank you very much sure, for checking in there. Good to hear back from you. Whiskey Victor 3, Alpha Zulu Oscar. Whiskey 9 Juliet Kilo Lima. Have a good evening there, Ron. And always good to hear you in there. I appreciate you checking in. Anyone else on Echolink? Call now. All right, I don't hear anybody coming in through there, so let's go ahead and we'll take short time check-ins. We'll start out through this, or we'll get the short time check-ins, and we'll go down through the list as we have it. Then we'll come back, run our list for regular check-ins, and we'll come back and see if there's any additional or late check-ins as well. So with that said, short time check-ins, call W9JKL. KC9LQY, no traffic.
89 JSN, no traffic. Thank you just for running the net. DCR, Ron, for recovery. No traffic. 89 CGL, Bob and Dunkirk. Short time, no traffic. 73 Jeff, thanks for running the net. 9 ERK, Randy at Portland. Short time, no traffic. 73 Jeff, glad to hear you're feeling better.
South Lima, short time, no traffic right now. We will chat maybe later. 73's chat.
W8 RZR, short time, no traffic. 73.
MOM, Shirley. Short time, no traffic.
Break right there. I got about 9 check-ins there that round there. Looks like here, and so we'll run down through there real quick. This is W9JKL. We recognize KC9LQY, Jim there. Good to hear you in there, brother. And for checking in there, we got, let's see, KB9JSN Gene from Saratoga. Thank you, Gene. Good to hear you in there. We got, I got W8VCR Ron with no traffic for Port Recovery. Thank you, Ron, for checking in. KD9CGL Bob, Dunkirk with no traffic. Thank you, Bob. Good to hear you in there. N9ERK Randy, Portland, no traffic. Thank you, Randy. And WD9HPQ Wayne, Long Island. Thank you, Wayne, for checking in. Good to hear you guys in there. We got KB9OPL Chip Pinville, no traffic. Thank you, Chip. We got W8RZR Josh, Port Recovery, and KE8MOM Shirley, Port Recovery. Thank you all for checking in. Good to hear you. Excuse me. Good to hear you in there. All righty. Do we have anyone else want to check in? Short time call, W9JKL.
KB at SCR with no traffic.
AAZ, Larry at Portland, no traffic.
Righty, I picked up 2 more there. We got KB8SCR Dave, Port Recovery, no traffic. Thank you, Dave. Good to hear you, buddy. And K9AAZ Larry with no traffic, Portland there. Hey, Larry, thank you very much, sir. Good to hear you in there. Is there anyone else like to check in short time before we take off down the list? We've just about got that covered.
WE19, no traffic. Thanks for running the net.
KB at SCS, short time, no traffic.
Hey, I've got WE9T Dave, Portland there. No traffic. Thank you, Dave. Good to hear you, buddy. And KB8SCS Dwayne, Port Recovery. Thank you, Dwayne. Good to hear you in there as well. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and just take off what we got here. Down through here on our list here, and then we'll come back for any other additional or late check-ins there. So with that said, let's start out right off the bat. Down there in Muncie land. KB9 NPU, Richard.
W9JC.
W9JKL, KB9NPU. Good evening, Jeff. I'll say good evening to the group tonight. Well, we've had another quiet day around here for the most part. Not much going on, just enjoying a nice summer type day. Did get a little interesting this evening, though. I was talking to my brother over on the Hartford City machine and on Echolink. And we had a visitor drop in and join the conversation with us. Called by the name of Bobby. His call sign was Mike India 3, Romeo Bravo Mike. He was north of Belfast, Ireland. But it was interesting to have him drop in and join the conversation. I enjoyed that. I haven't talked to anybody from Ireland in a few years. But at any rate, that's been my story for the day. Not much else going on, Jeff. So we'll say 7-3 to you and everyone else out there tonight. Hope you have a good net. We'll catch you later. W9JKL, KB9NPU.
All right there, Richard. Well, it sounded like you had a very interesting morning there on the net there, so that's a good thing. That is great. Well, yeah, that's interesting. Ireland. All righty. Well, KB9MPU, thank you for dropping by here this evening there. As usual, we appreciate it every time we hear you. KB9MPU, W9JKL. This is the J County Amateur Radio Club 2-meter 440 net with Echolink. And this is W9JKL, Whiskey 9 Juliet Kilo Lima. Name is Jeff, Juliet Go Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Net control this evening. So let's move along to Harper City, KC9 CGY Kenny.
Hello and good evening there, W9JKL Jeff and everyone on the net. Don't really have anything there. Just enjoying the weather today there. Enjoyed another beautiful day, and if they stay safe and healthy, 73, KC9 CGY. Run the net.
Good there, Kenny. Well, good to hear you there, buddy. I hope everything's going well and everything's doing good for you there. And it's always good to hear you in there from Harper City there. KC9CGY, W9JKL. You take good care of yourself there and hopefully catch you on the next go around there. KD8AZO Dave, Coldwater, Ohio.
W9. Hang on a second.
QBO recheck.
KD8AZO. Good evening, Jeff. Good evening, everybody on the net. Sorry about that screeching noise. That happens when you got both VHF and UHF on the same channel. Or on the same repeater. Anyway, glad to hear you're recovered, Jeff. Or recovering, whichever the case is. Not a lot going on here. Just kind of trying to stay hunkered down and do a little yard work once in a while. Want to thank you for running the net. You're doing a great job as always. Francis did a great job as well when he ran it last week. Not much else going on, so I'll just turn it back to you and say 7-3s and may God bless us all. W9JKL, this is KD8AZO.
Thank you very much, Dave, and it's always good to hear somebody mentioning God. I love that. I love to hear that. Appreciate it very much. KDAZO, thank you for checking in, and 73 to you there, buddy, and God bless you and your family as well. Have a great one. We got a recheck, KP9QVO. Go ahead there, Mr. Francis.
JKL, KB9QVO. Yeah, I just wanted to mention, before I forgot, there will not be a net next week because of our club meeting and the planning that we're going to be doing there for the Hamfest. There will not be a net next Tuesday. So everybody kind of mark that down and don't panic if you don't hear Jeff's melodious tones calling the net. KB9QVO, back to net control.
His golden sounds or golden tones.
Oh, I should have made some notes here tonight there before I started the net there. I'm glad you're on the ball there, so I'm glad you brought that up. I never thought to mention it, and I'm glad you mentioned that, Francis. Thanks for coming back in there and mentioning our meeting too, because I do know that's next Tuesday. And like you said, there won't be no net there on our on the nights that we have on the Tuesday nights that we have our meeting, and that's every third Tuesday unless otherwise been changed. But for now, it's every third Tuesday of the month. You can count on no net. We'll have a meeting, but we'll always continue announcing it. All righty, KB9QVO, W9JKL. And let's see where I'm at here besides in my room. KC90YW, Chad in Harper City.
Hey, good evening, Jeff and everybody on that. This is KC90YW. Ain't got a lot, just sitting here listening to that. Sounds like you got a pretty good one going on there. So we'll let you get back at her. Just go along for the ride here, and everybody have a great week out there, and be safe, and we'll talk to you later. This is KC90YW. Back to next draw.
Chad, we're real good. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you guys have a really good net there tomorrow night. We hope you get a 30-35 check-ins there. So I'm encouraging that, not only on the Lafayette County net, but on these other nets there. You know, mark it on your calendar or whatever, but if you can make it in on the net, they'll be loving to have you there. Appreciate that very much. They will. And so we want to encourage that very much. We don't want to be the only one out here having a lot of check-ins. We want all the nets out there to do good. All righty. Well, Chad, thank you very much. And 73 is KT90YW, W9JKL. Let's see, KD9KPF Tony, and outside of Portland.
KD9KPF, W9JKL, and that. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Yeah, we're doing all right here. Weather's been fine. Work is slowing down just a little bit. Able to keep ahead. And the grass is slowing down. Ain't growing near as fast. So all's good out here in my neck of the woods there, Jeff. Carry on. Sounds like you got a good one going on. 89 KPF. 73's everyone.
All right here, Tony. And we thank you for being in here tonight and everything you do for the club there as well. And appreciate it very much. KD9KPF, W9JKL. All righty. AA90M Darrell, Portland.
NOM, Jeff. I'm glad to know you're feeling better. And nice net you're running. I've been radioactive. I got 5 activations on Monday. I was striving to get 3 today, but because of detours and road construction, and I think I overextended anyway, I only got 2 in. So a little disappointed, but I came back tired, and that's the name of the game. Beautiful weather, beautiful country. Indiana has a lot of ecological niches that this PCOT Parks on the Air has got me into. So I've seen some beautiful country. Right out in the middle of the prairie, all of a sudden there's a nature preserve with big white oak trees and stuff. Beautiful state we have here, Jeff, which I have to say. Well, I know I'm probably going to back off a little bit when it gets hot. And I'll hit it again next week. 73, Jeff. Thanks for running that. AA91.
W9JCA repeater.
All right, Daryl, real good. I got one question to ask you there. Where was you activating that there this time, Mary? I think you mentioned it, but I'm not sure. But if you run that by there once, it would be appreciated there. I was asked that.
State Park. Yesterday I was at, where was I? Top of town. And then I was at Bryan Nature Reserve. And today I was at the Portland Arch Nature Reserve, almost in Illinois. I don't know if I was in the shit, a little strong wind there. I would have got some dust from the line out there. So that's a good idea. I think I'll share when I'm doing that from now on.
For sharing that with us there, we appreciate that very much. I'm glad to know that. So, well, Daryl, continue on, buddy. Keep on activating there. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself and you're getting out there doing something that you enjoy and you like to do, and that's what ham radio is all about. So, I am really glad to hear that. Makes me feel pretty good. AA9OM W9JKL, thank you for checking in there, and you have a real good evening there. KC9QCJ Wayne Upland. KA1UP Tom, St. Henry, Ohio. K9UZZ Herb, Ridgeville. Let's see here. How about KD9CQQ, Jeff in Upland? I gotta do some editing here on my paperwork here. KF9NL, Marv in Gaston, Indiana.
Good evening, Jeff and the group. Been working on a little program called, it's JT Alert, and it works with FT8 software. What it does is it searches for what you're looking for, whether that be a state or a continent or what have you. I don't exactly know all the different search options on it. Currently, it's searching on 20 meters FT8, looking for Hawaii right now. So if somebody with happens to pop up on there, it will say, if my computer will announce that Hawaii is on there. So anyway, it takes a lot of work out of it to do searching for the states and things that you may be trying to work. So anyway, that's interesting, and I'm surprised that gamers haven't actually. You could FaceTime and compete on FTA for point states and what have you. I'm really surprised that amateurs haven't networked like that to have like FT8 nights or whatever. I don't know, but anyway. Yeah, lots of fun there. It couldn't be any more fun. If it was, it'd have to be legal. But anyway, W9JKL, this is Marvin and Gaston, KF9L73.
All right, Marvin. Well, I'll tell you what, you're sounding 100% excellent into the repeater there. 100% there, and good to hear that. That is very good information there to pass on there. That's very interesting there. That is very interesting there. Always good to get you in there or have you in there on the net there. You always got some good information to pass on. Appreciate it. Well, KF9NL, you have a good evening. Take care. 73 from W9JKL, the J County Amateur Radio Club net. Alrighty, how about WB8ZRQ Rick in Salina, Ohio? LEY Mike in Ridgeville, Indiana. D9GWL Lauren, Harbor City. KD9CES Mark, Burn, Indiana. So at this time we'll take any additional or late check-ins. So does anyone out there that I might have missed, or they are just late getting in there or whatever, or any additional ham operators like to check in? This is an open but direct net. We welcome all amateur operators. Call W9JKL.
KB9QVN.
I got KB9QVN George, Portland there by, whoa, George, good evening.
Good evening to you too and everybody else on the net. You guys have a good night tonight.
Hey there, George. Well, thank you for checking in there. Good to hear your voice there. Drop by there. And hope everything's going well with you and you take care, buddy. KB9QBN, W9JKL. Is there anyone else like to check in? This Tuesday night's J County Amateur Radio Club net. I think I hear some station, but you're not making it in there. We're not pulling you out. There's someone trying to get in there, but we're just not pulling you out of there. You're welcome to try it again, or anyone wants to check in, call now.
Sounds like we're coming in for a landing.
On about 27, I'll count it again, make sure. But we have anyone else like to check in this week's J County Amateur Radio Club 2-meter 440 net there? Call W9JKL.
9RQ is questioning.
Go ahead.
9RQ, are we pork chops going to meet or go to Arbor Saturday morning and go to J County Fairgrounds? Nobody has said a word about that.
W9JCA repeater.
How about you pork chops? I'm assuming we are. What do you think, Francis?
QVO, yeah, I am. I don't know, we might linger out there long enough we can have lunch at the fairgrounds. Who knows? Yeah. I'm planning on being out there Saturday morning. We're not charging anything to get in anytime this week, so I'm not worried about that. We might have to fight for our spot. There might be some things set up there, but hey, we can still linger around there and lie to one another. KB9QVO.
Yes, thank you. 9RQ.
Alrighty there, Francis. Probably have to enter from a different direction, or enter front, or do we have to go back and enter from the back entrance.
They'll have signs up directing traffic which way they want you to come in, but I'm assuming we can come in the front gate. They may have it blocked, and if so, they'll have a sign up pointing us down Morton Street there to the south entrance. KB9QVO.
Righty there. Alrighty. Well said there. Okay, well, there's your answer there. Thank you, Francis, for the come back on that. Thank you for the question there, PG. Anyone else like to check in before we close the net there this evening? Call W9JKL, or if you have anything else you'd like to bring for the net before we close.
I made it through the whole net, Jeff. You did a fine job. I did move from upstairs to downstairs, if that counts.
No. Your call sign only can be counted once. If I was able to count it, I can count it twice, but that would be cheating. And I liable to get fired from my job here.
No, we don't want you to get fired. You're doing a fine job, Jeff, and I greatly appreciate that. Letting me check in early some days. Like I said, you're doing a fine job. Keep up the good work. I'll talk to you later, Jeff. This is Whiskey Victor 3 out of Zulu Oscar. Clear.
All righty, Ron. Well, thank you for hanging in there and listening to all of it there. We appreciate it there very much. And so with that said, we're going to go ahead and close the net here and turn the repeaters back to normal amateur operation. We got 27 check-ins. The best I get are counted here, all my chickens branches. So with that said, have a good evening. This is W9JKL. Now turn the repeaters back to normal amateur operation.
W9JKL, KT9OUT.
K9OUT, W9JKL.
Hey, Jeff, always remember that I did make you that spreadsheet. So it will, if you put all the information in that one, it'll just line them up, though, depending on what you do with it. But anyway, just a thought.
I'm going to do that. I started doing that, and I just been so busy messing around with everything else, got sidetracked, and I haven't got back in there. So I got to take my paperwork and go in there and put all this stuff in, and add all them in there and stuff, and go from there. So yeah, I need to get that back out. But I've been so busy with other stuff, or I hadn't had time to fool around with it. But that is a pretty nice setup there. I appreciate that, and yeah, we'll get that back out again. I started working on it, so I'm going to take and start taking my sheets there, and then I'll add them in, and as a check in there, and then put them in there. And each week I'll just keep adding them in there. Then I'll have them all added in there, and then get it lined up, and I can just print off of it and lay it out there, and it'll be all laid out pretty good. So yeah, we'll do that. So we just hadn't fooled around with it there too much here, but it is a good deal. I like it there. Just got to get my stuff all put in there.
Yeah, it'd be kind of interesting to see how that works out for you. Just for the people who are listening that don't know, Jeff works off of a spreadsheet. And on this particular one, I kind of created one for him, because I like to play around with this stuff. And created it to where everybody gets a point every time they check in. So he will be calling out the people that are on top. Okay. And those are the ones that check in the most often, and goes down to the ones that, hardly check in at all or don't check in at all. And they would be put toward the bottom. A little different system, but yeah, we'll see how that works out. If Jeff, if you want to use it, I'm not going to push you on that, but I know it'd be a little hard to get used to because people would bounce around a little bit, but probably not very much. You have the usual people that check in, and they're pretty much always going to stay on the top. So, okay, all right, that's about all I got. I just want to throw my 2 cents in, or with inflation, probably $1 now. So, all right, take care. 73 KT9OUT.
Print me off a new log every week here, a new log. I take the log and I print off a new log, and it's got a whole list of calls on it that's been checking in, stuff, and some I hadn't heard from for so long. They're shaded. I print them off. Then when they come back in, then they get highlighted back up along with the rest of them. I've got kind of a little technique I use that makes it easy for me to keep up with. And then once in a while I'll get a new one that'll pop in that's not on there, which is fine. And I got space usually keep available for that to scratch it down on there. So, yeah. Oh, I want to use it. I like it. I just hadn't got it on the ball there and getting it all. I already started it. I just need to finish it there. I just go in there and start putting the rest of them in there and get it going, so I can. Then all I have to do is just each week I can just print off what I got in there, go by it, at the time being. Then when they come in, I'll write them on down, and then I'll add them in. So, yeah, I think it's going to be great to have that up there. Matter of fact, I'll probably just set the darn thing up in front of me, and it's slower for me to operate the keyboard as they come in to punch in. I just usually have a sheet down there, and I can do it faster, so you can scratching it down, All right, Gil. Yep. Well, I think it's a great deal. I like it.
W9KCA repeater.
Yeah, I think that having the printout in front of you is probably the best thing, and then you can just transcribe it over to the computer after the net's over, or whenever you do it normally. So yeah, all right, yeah, not a problem. So yeah, it should be interesting. You have a little contest, see who's on top. That might encourage people to check in a little more often. So I don't want to be at the bottom of the list. It makes me look bad. All right. Take care, Jeff. KT9OUT.
Well, it would be very interesting there to do that. I don't know. Now, some people might take offense to that. There being, so I don't really rearrange anything on them much here. I leave them in the same order I ended up with them there. So I just go down through there and call them up. I don't move them around. But, yeah, I go on there. It might get confusing to some. And I said, wait a minute. I'm normally being called. Why is that? How come he didn't call me yet? But, yeah, we don't want to discourage anybody. So, but it would be neat to do that. I'll put it in there and stuff, play with it there. It'd be interesting. And, yeah. Well, actually, the ones that's very dedicated and shows up every Tuesday night should be, it's kind of a credit to them. And they're recognized for that. They got moved up the list there, stuff there. I know a lot of nets do that, so they're used to in the past. So they go by whoever came in first that week, and when they run them off the next week, they run them off in that order. So that's the way they usually do it, some of them. So everybody's got their own technique and stuff. So once I get something working for me, I just don't like changing it. But when I do, then it gooses me up, because it don't take nothing to goose this guy up. All right, I'm going to clear out of here. Say 73s. I'll catch you later, Gil. Thanks for bringing that up there. And, yeah, I do like it. I think it's pretty cool. W9JKL.
Hey, Jeff, the nice thing about it, it starts over in the next year. So, you know, and let's see, the first week of January, it's all brand new. But the list could stay the same. You know, it could stay in exactly the same order. But, of course, everybody would start off with 0 points. So, yeah, they'd have another chance. Anyway, all right. Take care, Jeff, again. All right, we'll catch you later. KT9OUT.
Question there, Gil. Have you had any time to get anything, or well, you probably hadn't got your radio reprogrammed up, have you? I was going to ask you about your hotspot.
Oh, yeah. Now, the Vertex Standard Portable was programmed a different way, and I could not get it to talk to the hotspot. But Dave came in, you know, he texted him, and he said that he put the wrong frequencies in. You know, he put in the frequencies of the of his digital repeater, his P25 repeater. So, yes, it can be done. I'm not sure that I might just wait until he programs it for me again next week with the right, if you want to call it a code plug, that's what they call it in DMR. But yeah, so that's probably what I'll do. But meanwhile, I'll get the DMR working. So I found out actually how to do that and got a few ideas. There's some stuff that TriStar does that I just could not believe. It's very advanced stuff, but you know, it's in areas of, you know, connecting it, linking it to the internet. So yeah, I'll be checking that out and getting that programmed up. There's instructions on the internet how to do that. So yeah, I'll get those things running. I've actually gotten them to work, but not per the way I wanted it to. But yeah, we'll get it. Not a problem. I haven't tried the one that I got from, you know, the second one I got, but the first one, yeah, I've got it plugged in right now, and I was thinking about working on it tonight, but yeah, so unless I turn the fan on, it's a little bit warm in this room, and I don't have the air conditioner running, so yeah, I'll just leave it alone until tomorrow, and it'll be even worse. Well, I'll have the air conditioner on then. All right. If there's nothing else, then I'll catch you later. KT9OET.
All righty. Well, if you get the first one, you get the first one working for you. Just remember your settings. Just take the second one and set it up identical, and then it should work for you the same way. Once you get the first one, you go in there and just set the second one up the same way there, and you should be fine. And should work the same way. So, okay, Gil, we're good. Well, we'll catch up with you later there. KT9OUT. This is W9JKL, and we'll be clear.